they ready? We are ready to start the Charolais show right here at Watertown Winter Farm Show. 73rd Annual Watertown Winter Farm Show. Our first class is Class 1 females. We'll have two entries, Lot 21 and Lot 20. First heifer led in is lot number 21. It is a April 20th, 17 heifer. The heifer the young man has is lot number 20, an April 16th of 17 heifer. We'd like to recognize our sponsors of the day. It's First Bank and Trust, Glacial Lakes Energy, and Touchstone Cooperative. Our judge this morning is Ethan Johnson. Ethan is an SDSU graduate. He was on the judging team. Nationally recognized judge throughout the United States of America. He resides at Andover, South Dakota.
Well, good morning. It certainly is a pleasure to be here in Watertown with the chance to evaluate our Charolais division here. And I think we've got two really nice heifer prospects to start the show off with today. And the young lady's heifer that I'll use to start, just a heifer that's just wider and bolder in her basic build, a heifer that offers a touch more dimension to me today. I think that's a heifer that's got all the key cow components that you're after in terms of just being a really broody made kind of a female, a heifer that projects, I think, to be a really nice cow prospect. Young man's heifer then that comes next, you really like from the side. You like her length of spine. You like how feminine she is. She's really clean about her lower joints. Maybe a bit greener today in terms of her shape, but a heifer that I think offers a tremendous amount of future down the road.
So winning that class is lot number 21, a consignment from Wells Charolais Ranch at Condé. And in second place is lot number 2, from Logan Whisker at Elkton, South Dakota. We have one bred female. This is lot 19X. Lot 19X was born the 12th day of February of 2016. They have sheets back on their stall if you're interested in the heifer. For as far as the pedigree, her sire is MD Street Slew, goes back to Cigar on the top side, and on the bottom side goes back to LT Bluegrass. Also ringside we have Weston Geppert from the Charolais Association. Weston comes to us from Mitchell. Ringside photography this year is done by Jody Weber of Cowgirl 365 Photography. Be sure and talk to Jody for pictures.
Really a bred that offers a tremendous amount of quality, I think, in terms of how she's put together. You really like the body shape of that female. She's really correct in terms of the angles of her skeleton. She gets out and covers the ring and fills her track. An awfully nice bred female.
Winning that class was lot number 19X. As we said, a bred female, born February 12th, 2016. We will now pick your grand champion female. Lot 21 from the first class was born April 20th of 2017. Lot 19X from our last class, the bred female, was born February 12th, 2016. Both consignments come from Wells Charolais Ranch at Condé. Depending on who wins this, it might just be a matter of whether he's going to get a home-cooked meal or whether he's going to have to take his wife out for supper.
Not a lot of numbers, obviously, within our female division here, but I think we've had three really tremendous, high-quality females that these exhibitors have brought to the ring here today, and I think certainly they need to be commended on that. And certainly two really outstanding class winners, I think, two heifers that are really good in terms of their body shape, in terms of their feet and legs. They really give you that cow look, I think, that you're after in terms of finding really productive appearing type females that'll go on to be really long-lasting, productive females in the herd. So I think these two females are definitely two females to take a look at if you're looking to add some quality cow prospects to your herd. So I like the bred just a little bit more, so she'll be our champion. But let's congratulate our exhibitors within our Charolais female division. Congratulations.
So your grand champion be lot number 19X. Your reserve champion will be lot number 21. Mr. Keith, do you want to wait for pictures till after the show, or what do you want to do? They'll take the pictures after the show. On this class, there should be five entries. These bulls will range in age from March 10th through the 25th. As they're coming into the show ring, the youngest bulls will come first. The first bull was born March 25th. The second bull was born March 22nd. The third bull was born March 18th. The fourth bull was born March 14th. And the final entry, the fifth bull, was born March 10th. So 15 days separate the age of these bulls. I believe there's $6,000 total in Supreme Row here this week. Supreme Row will be selected on Friday. Your sponsors of the Supreme Row are listed in your program as well as on the back of the barn. They are Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, First Bank and Trust, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Great Western Bank, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Ag Supply, Plains Commerce Bank, Relia Bank, Kibble Equipment, Wells Fargo Bank, and then your Touchstone Energy Cooperatives from Coddington Clark Electric, HD Electric, Lake Region Electric, Whetstone Valley Electric. The payout will be $1,500 a piece to both the buyer and the consigner of your Supreme Row Champion bull, with $250 a piece to the reserve champion bull, as well as on the heifer division, it will be $1,000 a piece to both buyer and consigner, with $250 to reserve. We would also like to welcome our viewers on the internet. It's liveauctions.tv. So welcome to all of our viewers on the internet.
Well, as we move into our bull division here, I think we've got 5 really tremendous bulls within our March class here, and certainly some differences here, and I think there's a lot of high quality in parts of these bulls that you certainly like all the way top to bottom. And the bull that I'll start with there on the far side, I think is just the combination bull for me, a bull that's got plenty of performance and grow to him, a bull that's plenty masculine and rugged when he gets out on the go, a bull that you certainly like in terms of his testicular development and just how rugged he is right there at the surface. And then he's got plenty of look, I think, from there on back in terms of being a long-sided kind of a bull that's just put together, maybe the most attractive when he comes together. Then the bull that comes next, one you certainly like from the side, a bull that's got plenty of depth of rib, a bull that I think, like our class winner, is really stout in terms of his foot and bone. I really like that bull there through his shoulder in terms of how he projects his neck high on the top side of his shoulder as well. The bull that comes in third, maybe the best bodied bull of the group in terms of his body shape right there through his center body. A bull that is really stout about his pin set, maybe the stoutest in terms of back out over his hip. Maybe just not quite as long as some of those bulls in front, but a bull that offers a tremendous amount of good, and I really like him there through his body. The bull that comes next, a really long-sided appearing kind of a bull, one that's really clean about his joints. You like how this bull gets out and covers the ring, plenty attractive from the side. And then the bull that rounds out the class, maybe one of the longer-sided bulls of the class, really progressed in terms of his testicular development. You like that bull in terms of his angles, in terms of how he gets out and covers the ring. So a really nice class top to bottom.
So in first place is lot 16 from Wells Charolais Ranch. In second place is lot 14 from Van Dyke Charolais at Elkton. In third place is lot 13 from Vedvi Charolais Ranch at Lake Preston. In fourth place is lot 15 from Keppen Charolais at Volga. And in fifth place is lot 17 also from Keppen Charolais at Volga. So your class winner was lot 16, followed by lot 14, lot 13, lot 15, and lot 17. Next into the class, we have 4 entries. It will be lots 8, 7, 6, and 5. Once again, Jody Weber, our cattle show and livestock photographer, is down in front. She has Cowgirl 365 photography from Lake Benton, Minnesota. She'll be the official photographer here today, or this week, excuse me. Coming into the show ring now. These bulls are all February of 17 bulls. The first bull into the ring is our youngest one. He was born February 28th. The next bull was born February 22nd. Third bull born February 21st. And the bull directly in front of me was born February 18th. So just 10 days of age. Be February 28th, the 18th. At this time, we'd also like to recognize our show committee, which is Scott and Kim Jensen and Alan and Deb Vedvey. They've been in charge of this Charolais show for the last several years. I see old Marv Hansen sitting up here in the corner. He was one of the original starters of the show. Marv from Crow Timber Charolais. Wave your hand, Marv. Yeah, nothing wrong with his hearing. He can still wave his hand. Yeah. Nice gentleman. I talked to some of the exhibitors last night. They were telling me how nice it was in Rapid City, 63 degrees. When you wake up this morning at 7 below zero, chill factor at 25 below, this is the true definition of the winter farm show. Yeah. Who ever heard of it being 63 degrees in the wintertime in South Dakota? I was also informed they call that a stock show instead of a winter farm show. Once again, these are all February bulls from February 18th through the 28th. So they'll be late February calves.
A good group of 4 February bulls here, and a nice class winner in my mind, and a bull that leads off just from the outside in terms of how nicely patterned and put together that bull is. You really like his hip and hind leg. He's really sound and free moving when you get him out on the move, and that bull's got plenty to him in terms of being a really stout built kind of a bull with plenty of substance and mass to go along with it. The bull then that comes next, a larger outline kind of a bull, and you really like the grow and performance of that bull. He's really masculine about his look, really a long-spined bull that certainly looks and projects to be one that'll really get out and cover cows in terms of his flexibility and soundness to his lower joints. The bull then that comes third, maybe the most rugged of the group, a really deep-middled kind of a bull, a stout pin kind of a bull, one that's really dimensional from any one angle. And then the bull that rounds out the class, a really practical appearing, stout-made kind of a bull you like his testicular development. He's clean about his sheath, really long spine bull to go along with that. So a nice bull to round out the group.
So winning that class is lot number 7 from Greg Keppen at Volga. In second place is lot number 6, a consignment from Jensen Charolais Ranch at Lake Preston. In third place is J&M Charolais from Lake Preston. In fourth place is Lot 8 from Keppen Charolais Ranch of Volga. So that class, the winner was Lot 7, followed by Lot 6, Lot 5, and then Lot 8. Our next class is Class 5 bulls. There'll be 4 entries in that class. These will be early February calves. They will range from February 7th through February 13th. The first bull into the show ring was born February 13th. The next bull was born February 12th. The third bull was born February 8th. And the last bull into the ring was born February 7th. I believe today would be his birthday. Once again, if you have any questions about upcoming Charolais sales of the Charolais breed or any of the exhibitors, you can visit with Weston Geppert. Weston's down there by the internet booth right now. He represents the Charolais Association here in Watertown. Weston comes to us from Mitchell. Weston.
As we round out with our last class within the Charolais division here with a good group of early Februaries, I think a really nice bull to tie into there to start the class off with. A bull that you like from a lot of different angles in terms of how complete he is. He's a really masculine, high-performing kind of a bull. You like how he's put together and gets out and covers the ring. He's really sound and fluid about his lower joints. There's plenty of look to go along with that. The bull then that comes in second, really a deep-middled kind of a bull. You sure like that about him. Really practical in his look. You like his head, neck, and chest there in terms of how that is designed and how he uses that to get out and cover the ring. The bull then that comes third, really rugged in terms of his basic build. I think he's a really dimensional kind of a bull when you get behind him. I think that one carries plenty of stoutness and power all the way throughout. And then the bull that rounds out the group, a really nice fronted kind of a bull. He's really neat back out over his hip and tail head. A bull that's plenty long in terms of his spine. So a nice bull to round out the group.
So winning that class is Lot 3 from Keppen Charolais Ranch. In second place is Lot 4 from Logan Whisker at Elkton. In third place is Lot 2 from Van Dyke Charolais at Elkton. And in fourth place is Lot 1, also from Van Dyke Charolais. We will now bring back into the show ring Lot 16, Lot 7, and Lot 3. Back into the ring, we need lots 16, 7, and 3. Once again, your grand champions here Friday afternoon on Supreme Row. I believe they're going to pick that at 2 o'clock. Your grand champion bulls are eligible for $3,000, $1,500 to both the consignor and the buyer, as well as your grand champion females on Supreme Row are eligible for $2,000, $1,000 to each the buyer and consignor. Again, your Supreme Row sponsors are Dakota Bank, Farm Credit Services of America, First Bank and Trust, First Premier Bank, Glacial Lakes Energy, Great Western Bank, Meyer Insurance, Midwest Ag, Plains Commerce Bank, Reliant Bank, Cable Equipment, Wells Fargo, and your Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, Coddington Clark, HD, Lake Region, and Whetstone Valley Electrics. again, our judge this morning is Ethan Johnson. Currently lives in Andover, South Dakota. He is an SDSU graduate. I'd also like to thank Weston Geppert from Mitchell, our ring steward. He's here today representing the Charolais Association. We might be a little down in numbers today, but boy, these animals are just dripping with quality, ladies and gentlemen.
It's really fun to have all three of our class winners back out here and compare them side by side, and certainly a lot of quality built into all three of these individuals, enough so that they were able to beat a few others that are standing back in the barn now that had a lot of quality to them as well. So I think all three of these certainly should be commended in terms of the quality that they brought here to Watertown today. And I think three bulls that put a lot together in terms of just having those bull basics, in terms of having a lot of functionality. I think they're correct in their skeletons. They're good and sound when they get out and cover the ring. And then above their foundation, I think all three of these bulls have plenty of performance and grow. I think all of them have plenty of muscle shape and dimension to them as well. So with that, let's congratulate our Charolais bull exhibitors, and I'll pick a grand champion Charolais bull.
We'd also like to thank Scott and Kim Jensen and Al and Deb Vedvey for putting this show and sale together. Thank you, folks. Your grand champion bull is your grand champion bull will be lot 3. So back into the show ring, if we can have lot 4. The reserve champion bull will be lot 7 from Greg Keppen, Charolais. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Charolais portion. Into the ring next, we will have the red Angus cattle, followed by the Simmental breed. Weston, would you give that to Deb Bedby sitting there over there on that? bench. Deb, here comes your sheet.
Are we starting the red Angus?
They'll now take pictures for the Charolais, and then we'll go into the red Angus show, followed by the Simmentals. We'll now start the Red Angus portion of the show. Our first bull in is Lot 4, a March 9th of, whoop, that's a heifer. Lot 2. Be a March 21st. This will be Lot 2, will be a March 21st, 2017 heifer. Once again, our sponsors of the day are First Bank and Trust, Glacial Lakes Energy, and your Touchstone Energy.
Well, just the single Red Angus female here as we start our Red Angus division, but a female that I think offers a tremendous amount of good and quality built into her. You really like the body shape that heifer offers. She's really feminine and clean about her front 1/3. She's got all those key cow components that you're after in terms of having that extra foot and flex down low and is really maternal above her foundation. So let's congratulate our champion Red Angus heifer.
That heifer was exhibited by Hanson's Red Angus, Pam and Joel Singray from Hanson's Red Angus, Hazel, South Dakota. This will be a February-born heifer of 17.
Well, my apologies. I jumped the gun a little bit on our champion heifer as we have obviously another entry out here and another heifer that I think really resembles the heifer out of our first class in terms of how good she is in terms of her skeleton. That's a soft-made kind of a female. You like her there through her shoulder and how she gets out and covers the ring. A heifer that's got plenty of mass and dimension to go along with that. So a really nice class winner.
Now they'll pick their grand champion between Lot 2 and Lot 9X. I can hear some of these young kids around the sale ring now, or show ring. Don't forget that Northeast Calf Show here Saturday afternoon. You can come back, buy yourself a heifer, and show it this Friday. Or Saturday, excuse me. I'm sorry, Saturday. is Friday at 2 o'clock as the Supreme Row. And then Friday morning, something new to the Watertown Winter Farm Show this year. They're having a pen of 3 exhibited here Friday morning at 11 o'clock. Is it just... Huh? That'll be from noon till 4 o'clock. From noon till 4 o'clock. Open and bred heifers. That'll be for a pen of 3 for commercial and registered heifers. They'll be for open and bred heifers. I'd like to thank Wayne Letty for being the ring steward today, helping out our judge, Ethan Johnson. Once again, Ethan comes to us from Andover, South Dakota. Females seem to be a little squirmy out there in the ring this morning. There they go.
Well, as we get both of our class winners out, back out here and start to compare them a little bit, I think both of these certainly would be a really nice addition to take home and add to your cow herd today. I really just like the cow look that they give you. They're both really opened up and broody about their center body, maternal in their look, have some femininity to them, and get out and cover the ring quite nicely today. I like our Mark just a little bit better, so she'll be our champion. But let's congratulate both of these on our Grand and Reserve champion Red Angus.
So your grand champion will go to Lot 2 from Hanson's Red Angus, Joel and Pam Singray at Hazel. And the reserve will go to Crothers Brothers. Crothers Brothers at Baltic with Lot 9X.
Singles and one flat. Okay. I can handle that, I think.
This should be Lot 4 coming into the ring. Lot 4 is a March 9th of 17 bull. One entry in this class. Once again, our official farm show photographer is Jody Weber from Cowgirl 365. A few people don't know who she is. She's the one holding the camera. Yeah. The numbers are low in the Red Angus show this year. but the quality is super, super good. The Simmental show will start at 10 o'clock. They'll be following the Red Angus show.
As we transition into our bull division, a really high-quality individual, I think, as a single entry out here, and one you really like from a lot of different angles. That bull's ultra progressive in terms of his dimension there, from forerib back to flank. You really like the stoutness and power he offers. And then from the side, he sure gives you a nice look in terms of how he's put together there through his head, neck, and chest and back out over his hip. So I think a really competitive individual.
That was an exhibit from Hanson's Red Angus, Pam and Joel Singray of Hazel. Next, we have two bulls in this class, Lot 6 and Lot 7. Be a January 10th of 17 and a January 2nd of 17. Both of these entries are from Abigail Stender from Madison.
I like the ruggedness of the bull closest to me here. That will start the class off with, and a bull you like his center body there for his depth there from forerib to flank. A bull that's really masculine in terms of how he's put together. That's a large-footed kind of a bull. I think a nice place to start the class off with. The darker red bull then that comes in second.
He's coming in first now.
A bull you like his length of spine, certainly an extended kind of a bull. Really neat about his front 1/3. So nice bull to round out the class.
So winning that class is Lot 6 from Abigail Stender. Comes to us from Madison, Minnesota. And in second place is lot 7. Our next bull into the show ring will be lot 8. Then you'll pick a grand champion and reserve bull. This is lot 8. Will be on August 29th of 2016. Be like an 18-month-old bull. It's purebred bull. Once again, our judge today is Ethan Johnson, a graduate of SDSU, a member of the judging team that won national recognition. Comes to us from Andover, South Dakota. And he wants everybody to know that he is single. Yeah. They didn't know that, they do now.
I like this fall bull quite a bit, and one that certainly could stand some competition. Ultra-dimensional kind of a bull. You really like his length of body, really rugged and masculine there through his head and neck. A bull that's really good in terms of his testicular development. I think a really complete bull in his own right.
Winning that class is lot number 8 from Carruthers Brothers Ranch. Carruthers comes to us from Boldig. Back into the show ring, we need lot 4 and lot 6. Lot 4 and lot 6 for your grand champion Red Angus bull. As I said earlier, numbers are down this year in the Red Angus breed. We're rest assured they will be better next year. This is for the selection of your grand champion Red Angus bull. Once again, sponsors of the day today, First Bank and Trust, Glacial Lakes Energy, and Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, Coddington Clark, HD Electric, Lake Region Electric, and Whetstone Valley Cooperatives.
I think three really nice class winners when we get them back out here and compare, and I think all three of these bulls put a lot together. Certainly differences among them in terms of their type and kind, and maybe what they're stronger at in terms of their attributes, but I think three bulls that are really rugged and productive in terms of their look, and certainly should be the type of bulls that'll go out and cover a lot of cows and raise a really nice set of calves. So please help me congratulate our Red Angus bull exhibitors, and I'll pick a grand in reserve.
Your grand champion, Red Angus bull, will be lot number 4. Exhibited by Hanson Charolais, Joel and Pam Singray of Hazel. Your reserve champion will be lot number 8. A consignment of by Crothers Brothers Charolais. Crothers Brothers Red Angus, Barb Crothers and the crew at Baltic, South Dakota. Lot 8. We're ready to bring the cattle in. I'd like to welcome you to the Simmental portion of the 73rd Watertown Winter Farm Show. There are approximately 30 lots in the show and sale offering. We will start off with percentage heifers. This is lot number 29. I'd like to also welcome our viewers on liveauctions.tv.
Good thing you know how to run these things, Terry. Well, thanks for having me come to judge the Simmental portion of the show at the Watertown Winter Farm Show. It's a privilege and an honor to come back, growing up in the breed and also doing it last year to come back and do this again. Really a really stout-made heifer that's really high in her volume, really good down over her hip, really wide over that top. Just a good, sound-made, functional female to start out the show.
Winning that class is lot number 29. Consignment from Voss Ranch. Voss comes to us from Brookings, South Dakota. Class 2, we have one entry. That was an April 6th heifer. Class 2, there's one entry. Lot number 28. Be a March 6th. March 6th entry of 17. These are percentage heifers. Hey, and this year we've got new sale and show managers. Gail Philippek, he's been our ring steward here for, well, just about ever since Moby Dick was a minnow, I guess. Yeah. And Deb Ford up here in the announcer's block. They're our new show and sale managers.
Another single entry in our percentage Simmental class. Just a really stout-made, high-volume female. Really carries that rib really nice, and from her fore all the way to that rear rib. Really be cool to see how she turns out once we see some more in the champion drive.
Lot number 28 was brought to you by Foster Simmental Ranch. The Rich Foster family at Garden City, South Dakota. I'd like to thank Jeff Vanderwall, our show judge. Jeff was born and raised down in that Volga country. He lives over in the Brentford area now. Some of the founding family that got heavily involved in the Simmental business back in the 70s. These will be February calves of 17. The calf in the front is a February 8th. The black heifer is a February 5th.
We'll get into the bigger classes with two head now. Really create some challenges when you've got two heifers that are built so different one from the other. I'm going to start out with the red heifer. In my eyes, I just like how long-bodied she is, how straight she is in her lines, how big she is in that foot. This heifer is just going to do nothing but grow. And for those of you looking for something that's a little different in the Simmental breed, something like this is definitely a heifer that I would raise my hand and wave at when it comes to sale time. The black heifer in second is the meat wagon of the pair. Really deep down in that stipple, really deep in that forerib, a heifer that's just going to make a really functional cow, and I love a lot of little things about her.
So winning that class is lot number 26 from Kerry Simmentals. Kerry Simmentals comes to us from Blackhawk, South Dakota, Pat and the crew. Second place is lot number 25 from Mark Family Simmentals. They come to us from Viborg. We will now have Class 4, lot 27X. This will be a February 16th of 16 bred heifer. Then back into the show ring, we will need lots 29, 28, 26. Once again, the young lady taking pictures is Jody Weber from Cowgirl 365 Photography.
Just the one bred percentage heifer that's bred a little later than a lot of us typically like, but a heifer that's really good at a lot of different things. She's really sound and functional when she moves, really strong over that top, got a lot of meat and a lot of muscle, and she's in a pretty green package. This is a female that's going to calve in June, and I think she's going to go ahead, just lay down and take care of business without any help.
So that consignment is from lot 27X, Hovde Cattle of Willow Lake, South Dakota, with a bred heifer to calve in June. Is that correct? Calve in June. So back into the show ring for percentage Simmental heifers for our champion and grand champion. We need lots number 29, 28, 26, and 27X. The youngest heifer in this drive will be on April 6th, just walked into the ring. The next one is followed by a March 6th, followed by a February 8th, and then a February 16th of 16. Once again, the heifer on the far end is an April 6th of 17, followed by a March 6th of 17, followed by a February 8th of 17, and then a February 16 of 16. Once again, our judge is Jeff Vanderwall from Brentford, South Dakota. Jeff and his family, extended family, have been long-time breeders of the Simmental breed. If people are looking, he's probably busy enough, but if you're looking for an individual to judge your achievement days or whatever, he's done it in Clark several times. Very, very good working with young 4-H'ers. Just the prince of a person for that way.
I guess I've never been called a prince before, Terry, but thanks for the compliment, I think. Really a nice foursome out here of females, whether you're looking for some open show heifers, some replacements, whatever you're after for your particular operation. There's something out here that's going to fit the bill. What I pick is not necessarily what you need to be picking. You need to be picking the one that works the best for you and your operation and your price range and the genetic packet that you're looking for. The April heifer here out in the front, like I said, I just love how stout she is. She's just so bold in that rib cage, really good over that top, just like a lot of things about her. This heifer is going to do nothing but grow as the time comes on. The stout heifer in the second spot here with a March female is a female that's just so big rib from front to rear. Really good out over that hip. Just a really good stifle on her as well. Got to like all the pieces that she puts together. Breed her to the right bull. I think you're going to have a champion somewhere, somehow. She just can be that good, and I think she'll go ahead and make a nice 4-H junior type project as well for you. The red heifer is, like I said in the class, she's a different type of a heifer, but she's a heifer that you can do a lot of things with. She's so long-bodied. She's really good in that bone work. She's really good in that front end. She's really long in her neck. A female that she's really green in her kind right now. But a heifer, I think that's going to go ahead and do a lot for whoever takes this heifer home. No matter how you breed her, I think you can do a lot of things with her and really show what her fine attributes possess. The bred heifer is a heifer that's a little later bred than most of us would like in this country, but a heifer that I just love how she pieces herself together. Really good in that center portion of that rib. She's got all the pieces to her. She's bred a little later, like I said, but I just love how free and easy she moves out. She will be your champion. Congratulations.
So your grand champion heifer will go to lot number 27X, a February 16th of 16. The reserve champion will go to number 28, a consignment from Foster Simmentals at Garden City. Those were your champion and grand champion percentage heifers. Again, we need for your grand champion went to 27X on the heifer. Those are percentage. Right. Then the reserve champion percentage heifer went to 28. I'm telling him, but he's not writing anything down. Makes me laugh.
He can just remember everything.
We're going right into bulls?
Yep. No, we're going to purebred heifers.
Oh, purebred. Okay.
Yep.
Mark's going to teach us how to tile later on.
Was he a tiler?
He's a tiler. Not sure what kind of tiling, but he's going to tile. Deb told me I had to get up this early.
I never told you how early to get up.
Now these are purebred heifers. In this class are lot number 24, 23, and 22. They are May 5th, May 4th, and May 2nd. The youngest one on the other end. Just 5 days separate these calves. This is the purebred portion of our show. These are all purebred heifers, lot 24, 23, and 22. From May 2nd through May 7th. These Simmental heifers exhibited here today in the sale are eligible to be shown in the National Junior in Minneapolis during the Minnesota State Fair for the Junior Simmental Association. Yeah, and they're also eligible for the fraternity at the Spotlight in Huron.
Well, if you're looking for some good green cattle that are in their working clothes, here you go. Here's a trio of heifers that, whether you're looking for something a little growthier in that different age group in the May category, or if you're looking for just some open females, there's some heifers in here that could really fit the bill for you. All three are a little bit different in their type and kind, but you can see that they're all very similar as well. Let's go ahead and start leading that first one out as we talk about her. This is a heifer that is truly the greenest heifer in the class, but a heifer that's so elegant out of her front end. I wish she was a little happier today and be able to walk out a little freer and easier for us, but a heifer that I just love how neat she ties into that neck and that shoulder, how square she is over that top, and how proud she is when she does finally get out and walk for you. That's just a true picture type female that I like. Put a few more groceries into her. I think she's going to go on and do very well for any young man or young lady that wants a nice show heifer for next summer. Heifer in second kind of follows that type and kind. That's why I went with her in the second hole. A heifer that's maybe a touch thicker in the center portion of that quarter. A heifer that maybe roaches a touch more, but a heifer that follows that type and that kind. This solid black heifer's got the front end like our class winner. Probably a little heavier bone than our class winner as well. But two really good heifers to start out the class. Heifer in third is probably the stoutest made heifer of the group. A heifer that's really bold to the center portion of that rib. She's really got some muscle through the lower portion of the quarter. Not quite as long-bodied as the rest of them, but a very good heifer in her own right. If you're looking for something a little stouter, little smaller package, she would be the one to start your sale with. I chose the longer-bodied one to start.
So to win at Class 6 was Philippek family with lot number 24. The second place is lot number 22 from the Hink family at Raymond. And in third place, lot number 23, also from the Philippek family Simmentals at Raymond. Our next class is Class 7, lots number 21 and lot 20. The first heifer on the far end, gentleman in the red jacket. That heifer was born April 28th. The gentleman in the blue jacket, his heifer was born April 16th. 3 weeks approximately separate the age of these heifers, April 28th and April 6th. These, once again, are purebred heifers. Both the percentage and the purebred heifers are both eligible for spring. If they have to. Both the champion and grand champion of the purebred part of the show and also the champion and reserve champion, of the percentage part of the show are eligible for the Supreme Row. The Supreme Row here at the Watertown Winter Farm Show, $6,000 total. There's $1,500 each way for the buyer and the seller of the bulls. $1,000 split each way for the buyers and the sellers of the females. Then your grand champion, reserve champions of the bulls and heifers on the Supreme Row are $250 a piece to both the consignor and buyer for a total of $6,000.
Nice pair of females in this class. I'm just going to start out with the big rugged designed heifer that's got a lot of natural muscling down that top, in that middle portion of that quarter. She's really bold in that rib cage when you study her from the front. She's really wide made, really natural type of a female. This is definitely a beef making meat wagon. Taking nothing away from the longer bodied heifer here in second. A heifer that's really cool in her front end, really neat in her design from one end to the other. A little greener in her type, but a heifer that I think a little groceries will be just fine. Really two nice females in this class.
So winning in that class is lot 20 from Jason Foster. Jason Foster from Garden City. In second place is lot number 21 from Steve Ulmer. Steve Ulmer comes down from Oaks, North Dakota. Class 8 purebred heifers, lots 19, 18, 16. These are March of 17 heifers. March of 17 heifers. First heifer into the ring was born March 26th. Second heifer into the ring, also born March 26th. Then the third heifer born March 6th. The sales this afternoon will start at 12 o'clock with the Charolais sale, followed by the Red Angus sale, and then followed immediately by the Simmental sale. Again, these are purebred heifers, March heifers of 17.
Well, anytime you get a class coming in the ring, you're always waiting for that one just to jump out at you. And as all three of these came into the ring, I just had to say, wow. They've got so many things that you can do with that particular animal in a breeding program. Whether you're going after purebred, club calves, whatever, you got a lot of options. I'm going to start out with the blaze face heifer here on top. Just so neat through that neck and that shoulder. Ties in so nicely down her top. Just a really beautiful package. A lot of breeds, like we just had the percentage show. And now we've got the purebreds. It's really cool when we get a purebred heifer that is that put together, that square and that deep, all in that nice package. Heifer in second is your meat wagon of the class. Heifer that's so deep in that forerib. She's just got that brood cow mentality. I'm not saying she's not a show heifer, but this is a heifer that I just love about all the volume that she's going to have, how cool she is out over her top. Got a lot of meat and a lot of muscle to her. She's going to do nothing but good things for whoever takes her home here this afternoon at the sale. Third heifer in class follows the type and the kind of our second heifer, a heifer that's really deep through the middle portion of that rib cage, really cool down that top. Got a lot of functionality about her. Just a really nice breeding piece that we always say this is the type of heifer that's in third place. She's really good. She deserves that third place mentality. Just gets run over by two really powerful heifers on the top of this class. Really awesome set of heifers. If you need a good one for a breeding program or a show string, pick up one of these three this afternoon.
So winning that class is lot number 18 from Thean Simmentals. Mike comes to us from Hayti, South Dakota. Mike Thean. Second place, lot 19 from Hink family at Raymond. And in third place, lot 16 from Jason Foster at Garden City. Coming into the ring now, we will pick our percentage, grand champion, and reserve heifer. Excuse me, purebred. Purebred grand champion and reserve. In case you missed it, our percentage grand champion heifer was lot number 27X. And our percentage reserve champion heifer was lot number 28. We will now pick our purebred grand champion and reserve.
Well, now that you've seen all the heifers in the female show from the percentage now to the purebreds, I hope you as exhibitors for junior projects or cattlemen or commercial operations or seed stock producers or whatever you're after, I hope you found something, because there's definitely been some variances from top to bottom in class. Some of the ones that I pick out might not be what you're looking for, and that's fine. That's great, because you have to have your own percentage, your own prerogative on what's great. My kids are both in high school, and I keep asking them when they want to buy this heifer or that steer or breed this cow or this bull to that cow. I ask them what their goal is. They got to have a goal. Are you raising show steers? You're raising bulls? You're raising F1 baldies? You're raising plus type animals? What are you after? And that's what you have to ask yourself as well when you're bidding on these females here this afternoon. The May heifer, as I said before, I just love how long-bodied she is, how cool-necked she is. She's so green in her makeup, and I think she's got so much potential and so much of a career down the road. The meat wagon here in the second hole is a female that I remember when I was showing Simmentals, is when you got meat and muscle in their plain clothes like she is, that's what you need for growing bulls and seed stock and the like. You got to have that muscle. You got to have that power. That heifer has it. You need to be picking her if you're looking for something like that. Obviously, the show heifer of the group is a heifer that is in this third class, really a tough class, really deep from one end to the other. Heifer that's not acting as good as this young man would like to be today. Ever been called young man, Mike? Been once or twice. Just a female that's so cool in that front end. She's built so well. She's really square out over that hip. I think she's going to compete very well in the Supreme Drive here on Friday. Let's go ahead and congratulate him on being the champion purebred.
So that's 18, right? So your grand champion female will be lot number 18. Consigned by Thean Simmentals, Mike Thean, down here at Haytite. Lot number 18, your grand. We will now pick out a reserve.
Second heifer in that class has just got a little over-prettied, I guess you'd call it, by the first place heifer in that class. Got such a powerful design about her. Just so good over that top. Really a functional kind of female. I think this heifer's going to do some great things down the road. She will be your reserve.
The reserve champion is lot number 19, shown by Hank family of Raymond. Congratulations, Jerry. So on your purebred heifers, or Dana, excuse me, on your purebred heifers, lot 18 was your champion. Once again from Thean Simmentals. In lot 19, your reserve champion, Dana Hink. You going to percentage bulls now, Deb? We will next we will have our percentage bulls, followed by the purebreds. Next will be our percentage bulls. Once again, our sponsors of the day: First Bank and Trust, Glacial Lakes Energy, and Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, Coddington Clark, HD Electric, Lake Region, and Whetstone Valley Cooperatives. We are now starting out on the percentage bulls. The first bull in is lot 15, being April 19th.
And my cousins still sell Simmental bulls, and they say the one thing people always ask for is where's that good blaze-faced bull, and here's one for you. He's really young, but I think he's a calf that could go out and still cover a lot of cows for you. Got a really neat shoulder to him, really complete from front to rear, really functional in his kind, just a really good overall balanced calf.
So this consignment brought to you by Lot 15 by Voss Ranch. The Voss Ranch of Brookings, South Dakota. Class 11, we have 2 entries in this class, Lot 14, Lot 13. Once again, these are percentage bulls. That first bull, Lot 15. Was a 3/4 blood. These 2 coming into the ring, lot 14 and 13, are also 3/4 blood. The bull on the far end is a March 21st calf. The bull on this end is a March 12th calf. Once again, these are percentage bulls. They are both 3/4 bloods.
I'm going to leave this pair of bulls stand as they are. Most of these cattle have never seen more than 2 people at one time, so to be able to react and function this well in a group of people like this, I'm very impressed. We're going to start out with a growthier type of a bull that's really long in his body, definitely not done growing. When you get length, you always also get pounds. Even though he is green right now, he's going to do nothing but grow, and I think even by June when you start turning cows or bulls out on cows, he's going to go ahead and be able to handle quite a few on his own right. Just give him a feed bucket, let him go. I think he'll do good. The young lady's bull here in second, like I said before, you get a good blaze-faced bull in a lineup like this, you're always going to find a good set of buyers, and there's no difference here. Doesn't want to be here today, obviously, but he's really good in his muscle pattern. He's really square out over his top when he does stand for you. Just a really nice blaze-faced bull in this class.
Winning that class is lot number 14 from Hink Family Simmentals, and from Raymond. And in second place is lot number 13 from JB3, Jason and Bridget Tweets of Beersford. Next we have class 12. There's 4 entrants in this class. They'll range in age from February 11th through the 26th. So 15 days difference in the age of these bulls from youngest to oldest. First one coming into the show ring should be lot number 12, a February 26th calf of 17. The next one into the show ring will be lot number 11 from the Mark family, a February 12th. Lot 10, a February 12th. And lot 9, a February 11th. So again, 15 days of age separate these bulls. They are percentage bulls. Three of these are 3/4 bloods. One of them is a 5/8 blood. Lot 10 is a 5/8. I see Dennis and Joanne Schmig sitting over here in the bleachers. He was a past show and sale chairman here at the Watertown Winter Farm Show. Right, Dennis? Think about Dennis. He never ever got nervous. Yeah. Joanne did, but Dennis never got nervous.
A lot of differences in these bulls from one end to the other, and you take up your own thought process on which one you want for your herd. I'm going to go ahead and start out with the meat wagon here in first, this solid black bull. He's just so rugged in his design. He's just got so much power and muscle from the front part of his shoulder all the way to the back of his tail head. Just a really functional type of a calf. When I work with our livestock judging kids in our county every year, I always tell them, if you can't figure out how to place a class, work your way backwards and tell me what's wrong. You tell me what's wrong with him, and then I'll argue with you all day. Bull here in second, a bull that follows the type and kind, maybe a little cleaner in his makeup when he comes down over that top of that shoulder. A bull that's just so rugged and deep in that chest floor. A bull that's going to go ahead and carry a lot of bull power when it comes to running himself on a lot of cows. Just a meat wagon in his own right. Follows the type and kind of that first bull. If you want to flip him in your own eyes, that's totally up to you. If you want the long-bodied and growth type bull, here's the bull you need. You've got the blaze face working for you, the length of body, really functional when he's out on the move. Just needs a few more groceries, and that shouldn't be a problem because we've got quite a while before most of you are going to be turning cows out. But a really good baldy bull in that third hole. Black bull here in fourth's a bull that's a little bit lower in his weight range, but a bull that I think is going to go ahead and work very well. Really complete in his design, really square from one end to the other. Got a good set of testicles under him. I think he's going to go ahead and do you a nice job as well.
So winning that class of February bulls is lot number 12 from Mike Thien Simmentals at Hayti. In second place is a lot 10, a February 12th calf from Mark Simmentals of Viborg. In third place, lot 11, also a consignment from Mark Simmentals at Viborg. And in fourth place, lot 9 from JB3 Cattle Company.
Mike's doing pretty good today.
We have one older bull. This is class 13, lot 8.
When I got out of college, I was raising both Simmentals and Shorthorns, and I went out and got a job, and I was living a long ways from home, so I had to make some decisions. Can I handle both breeds? What do I do? At the time, I decided to stick with the Shorthorns, and I let my cousins kind of take care of the Simmentals. And one thing they're always telling me that people are looking for is a good 2-year-old bull that can run on a lot of cows. There's only one bull here today, guys, and I think you're going to be fighting over this one. Look how good that foot is on him. Look how long that front end is. Just so neat in his design. He's got a lot of muscle down over the top. Definitely not a show bull by any means, but this gentleman's got him tame and ready to go. I think he's going to cover a pile of cows, and I think everybody better be waving at him when he hits the sale arena this afternoon. Really nice single entry. Really deserves some competition.
So on the 2-year-old division, this is lot 8 from, is it Bramer Farms? Bramer Farms. Thank you, sir. Bramer Farms brought him here from DeGraff, Minnesota. Thank you, sir. So back into the ring for champion and reserve percentage bulls, we will need a lot 15, a lot 14, a lot 12. Lot 15, 14, and 12 is lot 8 is already in the ring. This will be your grand and reserve champion percentage bulls. The bull on the far end is lot 15. He's an April 19th of 17 calf. The next bull is lot 14. He is a March 21st of 17 calf. The next bull is lot 12. He is a February 26th of 17 calf. And the big bull on this end is lot 8. He is an April 7th of 16 calf. This is for your grand champion percentage bulls. These are all 3/4 bloods except for the large bull. He is a half blood.
I think the 11 was. Well, he must have helped. So then he just turned around and was. He was in a wheelchair.
Once again, this is why Jeff Vanderwall from Brentford gets the big money.
Four bulls out here in the percentage drive that if you've got a specific, like I said before, if you got a specific goal that you're looking for, I would definitely take a good hard look at any of these bulls, because they should fit the picture for what you're after, whether you're after a commercial market, maybe something a little clubbier, maybe something a little more feminine in that direction, maybe something you can just put on a bunch of cows and just let them go. There's a lot of differences and types and kinds out here. You make your choice. I'm going to make mine based on what can probably compete in the Supreme Drive, which is on Friday. What could maybe give you a little more money as a buyer if you would happen to be a part of that Supreme Drive. I believe it's $1,500, correct, to buyer and seller when the Supreme Drive deal is over. So that would possibly take some money and put it back in your pocket, which we all are looking for right now with $3 corn, and not really sure where the stock market's at, really not sure where the cattle market's going to end up at here by the end of the summer. But four really cool bulls. Like I said before, if you get a blaze-face bull that's this cool, he's this young, he's got so much stoutness, he's just so wide over that top, he's just got so many things about him. A lot of times when you get an April calf, it comes in here 800-900 pounds, he's weighing 1,100 pounds already as an April. Just think what he's going to look like come June. You're going to be able to put him on quite a few cows, whether you're going to pen breed, whether you're going to pasture breed. I think he can go ahead and fit the ticket for you. The long-bodied, performance-driven bull out of the second class. Just got a lot of neat things about him. He is ready to go today. You need to put a little feed to him, but I think in 3 months there will be zero issues with this particular calf. He's just got a lot of cool things about him. So long in his spine, so long in his front end. When you get length of body and length of spine like that, that's just going to add pounds for you and your calf crop. Just a really neat bull. It's going to go ahead and make a good herd sire for you down the road. The meat wagon coming out of the third class, really widen that top, really widen that stifle. A bull that tracks out really free and easy. Like I said before, tell me what's wrong with him and we'll work our way backwards. Just a really good bull in his own right. Not as pretty as maybe as our April calf, but a really cool bull that's going to do what he needs to do. Go ahead and make you some more money by putting pounds on those calves. Like I said, in the class with the 2-year-old, really a long-bodied bull, a bull that's good in his development. He's good in his age pattern. Really good set of testicles on this bull. Just so cool when you can get a 2-year-old that's got this kind of disposition. You can turn that young man out on a herd of cows, and he's going to go ahead and take care of them for you. Whether you're going to try to throw him on 15, 20, 30, whatever you're after, I think he's going to fit the bill for you. Make your own decision. I'm going to go ahead and make mine. Feel free to go back and talk to these producers after the show, kind of visit with them, see what they'll do for you. Maybe they will help you a little bit on a growth program before turnout. But go ahead and visit with them, ask those questions. They'll be happy to help you.
So your grand champion bull will go to lot 15 from the Voss Ranch. Voss Ranch from Brookings. You reserve champion to lot number 12 from Thean Simmentals at Hayti. They are your percentage champion and reserve champion. Once again, your champion is lot 15. Your reserve champion is lot 12. So that concludes the percentage part of the bulls. Now we're going to walk into the purebred bulls. We start off with class 15, lot 6. Being April 4th, a 17 calf. That'll be followed by your March bulls. There's 3 in that class now. Your purebred Simmentals.
I could just turn the mic over to Gail, and he could talk about this bull, couldn't you? He could tell the pedigree in this bull probably 7 generations back, right? Yeah, that's a good cattleman when you can visit with them about the pedigrees on these particular animals and go back that many generations. They believe in their program. You can go ahead and walk them out. Believe in their program. They believe in what they're using, and it shows. A lot of times you get an April calf that comes in a ring, like I said in the percentage deal. We get a little bit lower performance and something that's just not quite developed. This young man here, he's definitely ready to go. Look at the testicles on that bull for an April. He's only 10 months of age, and he's already very well developed, really square out over that hip. I think with little growth and a little time, he's going to go ahead and do some damage.
That was lot 6 from the Philippek family at Raymond.
Must be 35, 36, 36.
Once again, these bulls in this class are from March 24th through March 10th. The one on the far end is Lot 4 is a March 24th. Lot 3 is a March 20th. And Lot 2 is a March 10th. This is March purebred bulls. Pretty nice little pen of bulls pick from now.
Almost when he took him to the vet the day before yesterday, he put him out of the head gate and he had to cabin sled down there. this heifer was a baby beef and sold her as a bred, and she ended up being supreme and she fought. So by the time they got done, there was a few tears because she'd messed with her for 2 years.
Yeah.
And you take a little 8-year-old and take her pet show heifer away. To me, for a purebred, he's a little fine bull. But yeah, he's relentless. Isn't he a Cabernet bull? No, he's borderline.
Another class that I encourage you to pick them apart, and if you want to grab me after the show and yell at me and tell me how dumb I am, you go right ahead. I'll be more than happy to listen. If my kids were here, they'd definitely be yelling at me. They're probably watching online when they're supposed to be studying in school, but we'll go ahead and talk these bulls. We look at this first bull as he comes out. He's just so complete from one end to the other. He's just so level in his design. But what I love about him the best, when you get out and watch him walk, he's square on those toes all the way across when he's floating across the ring, front to back. He's just so square made. He's just so functional. He's just so structurally correct. He just kind of sorts himself to the top with all those little things. The bull that follows him type-wise is probably the second bull in this class. I'll move in a different spot. A bull that's really functional. You got to like the muscle that he's got. He's got enough width over that top, got enough expression to that lower portion of that quarter. Walks out in a really elegant fashion. Just a bull that just doesn't have quite the little things that our top place bull had. Bull in third is definitely the long-bodied bull. A bull that's really long-spined, which, like I said before, is going to equate to muscle. It's going to equate to pounds, and it's going to equate to money. A bull that's going to go ahead and work a lot of cows for you when you're buying. Take a hard look at him as well.
So winning that class is lot number 3 from Thean Simmental's Mike Thean at Hayti. Second place is lot 2, Kerry Simmental's from Blackhawk. And in third place, lot 4, Kerry Athena from George, Iowa with lot 4. We'll now pick out our grand champion, purebred bull. This is for your purebred bulls. Champion and grand champion. Your youngest calf is in April 4th of 17. Your come on, class 15. The one out of class 16 is a March 20th of 17.
Well, thank you very much for having me back to the Simmental show and sale here at the Watertown Farm Show. I'll never forget 35 some odd years ago when I used to come, and it was on Saturday then, I believe, if I remember right. So it was kind of a highlight of the week. When you get done with school, you kind of get ready to go. Of course, we were young and we were looking for show heifers. Coming in, watching the show, seeing Dennis Schmig up there on the block that many years ago. It was always fun to come to the Watertown Farm Show and see this particular show and sale. This is a breed that's changed a lot since then. A lot of differences in here, but there's a lot of cool things that have stayed the same. lot of muscle, a lot of performance. Tried to find some bulls that have got some functionality to them. I got some length of body. Try to put all those combination of things that you as producers might need or want in your program, but also something that's going to compete in the Supreme Row. This is something that these producers have worked for, and I hope we find one in here for you that can work very well. The younger bull, like I said in class, when you get an April calf that's over 1,000 pounds already, that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. And it doesn't look like he's been overfed either, so I think once you get him home and take care of him, he's going to do nothing but grow on you. Don't look at this as an April calf. Look at this as a good bull. He's a prospect that could go ahead and cover a lot of cows for you down the road. The older bull, another blaze face there again. That's something I've always been told people in this breed are looking for. They kind of like that little bit of color in their life, a little bit of a herd marker. Here's a calf that's going to do that for you. So stout, so square over that hip, really good on his testicular growth. And like I said before, he's just so functional out on the move. His pasterns are working correctly. His toes are pointing the right direction. He's going to go ahead and be your champion purebred bull.
So let's give a round of applause to Mike Thean with a Lot 3, your champion purebred bull. Now we'll bring back into the ring Lot 2. As long as we're in the applaud mood, let's give a round of applause to our judge Jeff Vanderwall and our show and sale committee of Deb Ford and also Gail Philippak. Thank you, folks.
Second place bull just got a little overpowered in class, but a bull that's really got a lot of things about him in his own right. There's muscle there. There's volume there. There's a lot of structural things that you like about him. Probably actually a little longer in his neck pattern, a little longer in his spinal pattern as a top bull. If you're looking for something like this, go ahead and take him home. Use him a lot of cows. I'm going to use him as our reserve here today.
Your reserve champion bull will be Lot 2 from Kerry Simmentals. Pat Carey and crew from Blackhawk.
You sure you did that right?
I'm trying to get it posted on Facebook before.
So that we're done, right?
Yep.
That will conclude our Simmental show. We've got one steer, excuse me.
Forgot about him.
They get him slowed down? We've got one steer we're going to show you. Keep in mind now these heifers and this steer, as well as with the other ones, they will be eligible to show on that calf show on Saturday, the Northeast Calf Show. Also, your Simmental heifers that you purchase here today will be eligible for the Spotlight Show down in Huron, as well as a Junior National in Minneapolis, Minnesota during the Minnesota State Fair.
Just the one steer, and if I remember right, there's a calf show coming up on Saturday. This steer's already broke, ready to go. I'm sure Gail will be more than happy. I've always called Gail the oldest 4-H'er I know. He'll definitely be able to help you out with the calf show here on Saturday. Really a long body type of steer that's got a lot of growth potential. Simmental division has always been a competitive one at the South Dakota State Fair. I think he'll go ahead and run with the rest of them as well. He's a really nice black calf.
Thank you, Jeff Vanderwall. Be sure and come back here at 12 o'clock. Go back to the back of the barn exhibit or visit with your exhibitors and the producers back there. They're the best people in the world. the cattle producers here in northeastern South Dakota. They'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you can shoot at them.
How you doing?
Thank you. See you at 12 o'clock noon for a snappy little auction.